Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a very special and bizarre episode of Raising Bulls. We are brought to you by the beautiful game network of BGN.FM and Roughneck Scarves. I am joined right now live from MSU Soccer Park by Joe Steen. Hello, Joe.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So we're going to kind of play around with the format a little bit tonight and spend some time with the fans here at MSU and talking to them. But a few things to go over before then. Namely, we're talking about the New York Red Bulls 2 and their match against North Carolina FC. Anatole Abang, who has not played for this team in basically 2 years and hasn't played much football in quite a while, is starting tonight up top. Tom Barlow not on the bench. We'll get to that in a little bit. What do you think about Abang getting back into this lineup, and what do you think he's going to be able to do tonight?
I guess it's a wait and see type thing. I mean, like you said, he hasn't played in 2 years, so we'll kind of have to see if, there's any rust or anything that he's shaken off. He could have shaken it off in training, but a game's much different than training, so no kidding. And the amount of rust is going to be the real question here. I think at least part of this is basically an audition for the first team. Like, what does he have left in the tank? He is a young guy. Was he 23? Yeah.
He's super young. Still a lot of time for him in his career, but I think with the way that the loans have gone for him of late, that this might be sort of a last stop for him with the Red Bulls. I want him to do well. I want him to succeed here, but it's really going to be kind of a waiting game to see how that goes.
Nice tonight.
A goal?
A goal will be very nice tonight. I mean, certainly they don't really have any striker options on the bench. A goal will be very nice.
A goal would be fantastic. Is that Friedlander? Eric. We'll get Eric up here. We're going to get his thoughts on Abang. The other guy starting tonight is Alan Giannis, who we have not seen get this many minutes yet. Ethan Cutler with the first team because of the yellow card suspension just red card suspension to Michael Murillo. But Giannis getting some time tonight. What do you need to see from him to make a determination of if he belongs in the starting lineup?
Pretty much just a good shift. I mean, he's had good cameos, but I want to see a full 90 minutes from him of, his distribution being on point, his positioning and the defense, the communication across the board. They've had problems with the outside back, so I'll take an average to good 90 minutes from him. Would be nice.
Yeah, that would be absolutely nice. I'm going to get Friedlander in on this action now. Eric Friedlander, you are making your way onto Raising Bulls.
Raising Bull debut.
Yeah. So Abang starting, Giannis starting, Barlow.
This is Giannis's first start.
Start. Barlow may or may not be injured, but he's not on the bench tonight. They're very, very thin at striker. Abang likely only to go to first half because of fitness level. Who would you bring in and play up top when he comes out?
Ben Mines is like the only option, right?
Right, and he's kind of a small guy, so that's going to be.
He's played some striker in the past.
Yes,
like
and even for this team.
Yeah, for the GA Cup where he had his breakout game, he played as striker for that game, so he's the logical choice. Maybe you play Aguinaga as a false 9 and put Echeverria out wide, something like that. Echeverria's played on the wing at limited points in his career. So those are the only real options.
Well, my guess is they're going to bring Caceres on in the second half.
Caceres
so
is 18 tomorrow.
Yeah,
true. He is here. He is on the bench, so he's available. Maybe it's a sort of an emergency. Right. So he's with the first team. They're going to be hurting for some options if things don't go to plan. Anybody gets hurt. This is a tenuous lineup for those decisions. Alan Giannis, you see him taking over the starting job if he does well?
Probably. I think no one's really locked it down, so you kind of just have to keep shuffling the people who are showing well. And he looked good in his 40-minute game, when he got a good part in the second half. So hopefully, I think he could be the guy. He has a left foot. He's he's played at a professional level. He's played some CCL, so he's not as new as someone like Nico or Stauffer, who all they've had is college. So they're still learning the pro game, and they're still learning how to use their body, how to shield the ball, how to make play faster. There's no less of a learning curve.
and the outside back position being contentious. There are some rumblings that after the fiasco last week, that one of the outside backs was catching an earful from one of the center backs in terms of their positioning and commitment to the team. So there's a little dissension in the ranks, reportedly. I'm not going to expose anybody's names lest I try to ruin another outside back's career. Right, Justine?
Yeah, that wouldn't be nice, would it?
Okay, so we didn't get to really preview this match. North Carolina FC, a ton of veteran guys on the squad, including Austin Deleuze, who we should be familiar with in Red Bull land. But they're not exactly like, tearing up the league. They went 6 games unbeaten until they lost against Indy last week. So they are moving up the league. But what do you expect to see from them tonight?
I feel like they're going to sit in, again, like a lot of teams do against Red Bull, and they're going to try and hit them on the counter. That seems to be where a lot of their goals have come from this year is, getting the ball out wide and just picking out the pass in the box or the cross. Pretty much, I mean, they really haven't been great on the road this year. I mean, they have, I think 1 or 2 maybe wins, but I think, high-profile wins. But other than that, they really haven't, had good showings on the road. So, I mean, this should be a game that, they've had Red Bulls 2 has had a week off to, regather themselves, refocus. This should be a game that I think it should be an easy win for them.
Do you think that this is a game that if they don't get on top of North Carolina in the first half, that they are in a really bad spot, considering that Abong is likely not going to play the second half?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah, probably. Or maybe Abong will have to push a little harder, but I don't know. I feel like I haven't watched any North Carolina FC. I haven't seen them play once, so I'm no expert or even knowledgeable of how they play. But I think, if anytime this team gets down, it's usually when it, rains, it pours with them. You go down a couple goals and then
then the wheels fall off.
Yeah, everything starts collapsing. They haven't really shown a ton that they're the type to really fight back into a game, after they go down. They can't ship a couple early goals in the first half, and really you don't see them come back and win 3-2, win 4-2 after.
Very true, very true. Now, with all that in mind, we don't have a great grasp on what we're going to get from North Carolina, but let's jump into a prediction. I'm going to put you guys on the spot. What do you got for tonight?
I have a 3-1 Red Bulls 2 win.
Wow, that is a lot of offense coming from a team that has a lot of pieces rotating. What do you got?
I'll say 2-1. Abong gets a goal and Jared Stroud gets an assist.
That would be a beautiful story. If Abong scores tonight, that is absolutely going to be the feature on Red Bull News Network.
Anyone else scoring, so I think you'll have to score for any of our predictions to come true.
That's true. That's absolutely true. It's going to be dicey in the second half.
Fidel's going to score 3 goals or something crazy.
Tenari will score another goal. I mean, get to 8 on the season, be 2 off 10. That would be nice.
One thing that we haven't really talked about on the show, the offense is so good this year.
It's very spread out.
No one has even 10 goals yet.
It's not 1 or 2 guys like last year carrying the team like it was with Bonomo and Flemings. This year, it's very, very spread out. I mean, Amanda Moreno looked like he was definitely going to get to 10 before, he got hurt. But, I mean, Tenari quietly has 8. I think before Brian White's call up, I think he had 7. Jared has 4. So we've got it's very spread out, which is nice.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not as optimistic as you guys about the results tonight, though, and I'm going to say this is a 1-1 draw. It's Eeyore in the house. I'm going to rain on everyone's parade. Hopefully it doesn't actually rain tonight. I am very ill-prepared for such weather.
It's cloudy, but I don't think it's
cloudy. It feels nice. This is a good night.
I probably will go into the garage. I will be watching from the garage.
I do have to finish up from the garage tonight because I will be taping Seeing Red again.
You're the man who does it all.
I do too much, I guess. All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna be talking to fans in and around MSU Soccer Park. So stick around.
I'm
gonna catch the Duans.
Or our other locations.
I'll walk with you.
Harrison and
So what do you think of the
Jersey.
first half so far, Duans?
They've been good defensively. Jared's been fantastic. I like Abong.
Yeah, what do you think about him coming back? Do you think?
I think he deserves a second
enough?
chance. Yeah, he's showing enough so far. A little rusty, but I think he's good.
Do you think they'll be able to hold on to it? He's probably coming out in this half. He hasn't played in like a bunch of weeks.
Yeah, I think so. I think Fidel and Dom at the back line have been steady.
Arjun, man on the field. And this is going to be your first time on Raising Bulls, guys. Congrats. Tell me what you saw at field level. What do you think of Abong?
So Abong, I mean, he kind of squandered his opportunities. I wouldn't say he hasn't had the ball much, so I wouldn't say he's done much so far. But overall, they've been playing decent. They've been giving away a lot of balls to North Carolina, but towards the end of the second half, they seem to have more of a creative ability.
That's true. Do you like his hold-up play? Because they're missing. They've kind of missed that since Bonomo's been gone.
Yeah, he's been pretty good with hold-up play.
So they hold on to this lead? Do they expand the lead?
I think they expand the lead.
All right, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Eat, ball boy. What do you got? What do you think? What's happening out there?
Abong's been decent. Like ever since he came back, he's improved. I think. Yeah.
Are they going to hold on to this lead, or are we going to see a second half slump?
I think maybe we'll give up a penalty and maybe score one more goal.
Fair. Okay, we're going to make our way around here. We'll see you later, Dewans. Not too bad. So the first half, for the most part, I think they were right. Abong looked pretty impressive. His hold-up play was very good.
Great touch. Love his touch.
But obviously showing rust, too, because he hasn't played in however long.
2 years.
Yeah. I mean, he has played some games at that time. Would have loved for him to have gotten that goal. That was such a shame. But, they soldier on. Now, the question is, second half. We talked about this before. Ben Mines comes in. Do you think he's going to be able to have this success that they've had so far? Is he going to be able to cope with that physicality? Because a big part of what Abong was doing was being able to sort of win the ball amongst a much stronger physically, or a team much stronger physically than the New York Red Bulls too.
Ben's had some really good appearances the last time he's come off the bench. So, I mean, it's going to be a challenge for him physically, absolutely, because that's the one thing we've been critical about him is you could kind of tackle him out of a game sometimes. So he's definitely going to have to deal with that. But, I mean, I think we'll see a good second half from Ben. I mean, usually, he's come in and definitely brought a spark to the team, so I think he'll do it again tonight.
All right, right now we're in the food line. We're not really in the food line. We're just near the food line, looking to see who we can talk to. Who wants to be on Raising Bulls? Anybody? You want to talk about the team? No? All right. People aren't as enthused as you might think. Hey, Pat, how's it going? How's everything going tonight?
All right.
Yeah. What do you think of the performance so far from the team?
Not bad. You want to jump in line?
No. I'm talking to you through the podcast. I've already got my food back. But thank you. I appreciate it. What about you guys? Anybody want to talk about the team? No?
Yeah, sure.
How many games have you come to so far this season?
2 this season.
Okay. What do you think of the team so far?
Pretty good. I like the new striker up top. The one last game didn't really do too much, but he's doing well this game.
Abong had been with the team previously. He's been out on loan for a bunch of years. Fitness-wise, still coming up to speed, but you like what you see from him?
I definitely like him better than striker from last game, but yeah, he's doing well.
Do you think he might be first-team option sooner rather than later, considering Bradley Wright-Phillips is really it up top for them?
Yeah, I mean, I see no reason why he couldn't play at the top level. He looks, fit enough. He looks physical enough, so I don't see why not.
Fair. And can they hold this lead? Obviously, like I said, Abong is not physically up to playing 90 minutes. He's likely coming out. I think Ben Mines is probably going to take over up top. Can they hold on to the lead? And is it maybe dangerous to kind of lose that scoring option?
Possibly, because I remember last time I went, we played Louisville, and they blew us 2-0 lead to, I think they lost 6-2 or 6-3. So we just got to possess in the attacking third, and if we can do that, then we can hold on to the W.
You want to shout out to anybody?
Shout out Montclair High School boys soccer team, varsity, doing big things this season. Come out to watch us, support us at Fortunato Field.
There you go. All right, let's move on. Talk to some other guys. You have anything to say? No? You're good? All right. Let's talk to the Mitchell Ness guy. How's it going? Joe Goldstein, Raising Bulls. We're doing sort of a weird thing tonight. We don't have a show plan per se, so we're just walking around here and talking to everyone. We do a show every week about the New York Red Bulls too.
Excellent.
Are you always the guy selling the Mitchell and Ness merch?
I'm not. I go back and forth between doing this and standing in the ticket sales booth out front.
Which is better?
That is, you get to interact with the kids and the fans and help them set up things and all that good stuff.
Very fair. How long have you been with the Red Bulls and working with them?
I started in January. I work for myself and Micah are the two first full-time employees for the Red Bulls too.
That is awesome. Well, we were the first podcast for the Red Bulls too, so that is perfect.
Excellent.
Let's get a prediction. What do you think? Are they going to be able to hold on to this lead?
Yes, I think it will be 3-0 when the night is done.
Very good. Mike, take care. It was nice talking to you. All right, I think we got a good amount of reactions from the people. Let's see who else we can talk to as we go along. Justine, impressions of this insane and weird rambling episode.
Oh, I love it. It's chaos, but I mean, chaos is never it's not always a bad thing. So, I mean, it's always good to get other people's perspectives on the team and stuff like that. You know, it's. I'm sure a lot of people are going to enjoy not just listening to our voices the entire time.
Oh, we didn't even talk about Alan Giannis. What did you think of his first, real run out for the team?
Lively in the attacking third for sure, making a lot of good runs in behind, and opening up space on the right side. It's kind of been, they've been playing to the right a lot tonight. They really haven't tried to play it to Jared Stroud's side too much. So, I mean, I thought it was good. I thought his positioning was good. He really didn't make any mistakes. Had a couple nice clearances. Good half from him.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd like to see a little bit more from him offensively, but I think what we've gotten so far has been really nice. Making our way through the crowd. All right, so Ben Mines comes in the second half if he's going to take over for Anatole Abang. We've talked about the scoring challenges that they've had, but Abang, even though he had some hold-up play, he wasn't really much of a factor in terms of that. So maybe there's not going to be a huge drop-off when they come back out here, if Mines is starting. Oh, wait, we're kind of in the way of the show. Street team is performing now, so we're backing away from them. I mean, look, from what we've gotten so far for a sort of makeshift lineup, it's maybe the best way to call it. They're doing a really good job. It's nice to see that the back line's a little bit more in sync. Maybe that has to do with Escobar playing back there as well, but we've seen some mistakes from him. But certainly the pairing of Ndam and Giannis on the right side is helping kind of calm things down a little bit.
Absolutely. Really, haven't put too much wrong tonight. I mean, North Carolina's kind of had a couple chances, but nothing that Evan Laura really can't handle. I mean, shot from a tight angle, which he saved.
That is very, very true.
Yeah, that he saved very, very nicely. So, I mean, didn't really give him too much. North Carolina's had a couple chances, but I thought for the most part, Giannis and Ndam have done good things. Ndam's really stepped in when he needed to as far as, challenging for 50-50 balls, breaking up attacks. Much better game from him tonight than last week so far.
Yeah, absolutely agree. All right, we're going to take a break now, and we'll see if anybody else will talk to us in a little bit. Okay, I'm in my car now. We did not get to talk to as many people as I would have hoped, but we did talk to a number of people, and that was fun. Kind of weird to be walking around with my phone and interviewing everyone, but, a good time nonetheless. Let's talk about very quickly what happened in this match. The Red Bulls, they were up 1-0 at the half. They concede immediately in the second half, and I think a lot of people around me seemed to think that things were going to go badly very quickly. But the goal seemed to wake them up, and the team responded really well. There was a good, 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe even, following the goal where the Red Bulls were on top of everything. They created another chance and found another nice goal, this time from Lucas Stauffer, who kind of snuck into the box on a feed from Jose Aganaga. He chips it over Alex Tambakis, and the Red Bulls are back in front. Things are going great. Anatoly Abong exits the match for an injury, and Ben Mines comes on, and in the 1 minute of play that he's on, he's involved in some kind of fracas. He ends up on the ground, seemingly kicking out, and gets himself a red card. Connor, oh man, I can't even think of his last name right now because I don't have any materials with me, but he kicks out at the NCFC captain, Connor, and Connor comes back and kind of stands over him and seems to step on him. But all of this happens, away from both the linesman and the ref. Nobody sees anything. Ben Mines is the one who gets the red card for kicking out, which I guess the linesman did see. The 10-men Red Bulls are unable to generate any further scoring chances and just are put under a lot of pressure by North Carolina FC. So a little bit of a tough result, but I think they'll be able to bounce back. It's tough now because they're going to be heading on the road for a number of matches, and this is really going to determine their season. So we'll see how this all shakes out. We'll talk about this game a little bit further next week when we get into a normal show cycle again. And let's just go through the whole ending. You can follow me at _Joe Goldstein. Joe Steen, who was on the show earlier, but has since, I presume, left. I'm still at the top of the Montclair parking deck, having just recorded Seeing Red. But if you want to follow him, he is Jay Steen. Oh, what's the number? Hold on, let's find it while we do this. There's nothing better than not knowing information you should know and just kind of making it up as you go. But if you want to follow him, he is at JSteen. Oh, come on. I thought I would be able to get it by now. What's up like this? Doesn't this make for great podcasting when the host doesn't have the information he should have? All right, you'll forgive me. You can follow his work at rbnn.us. That's the Red Bulls News Network, where he writes about the New York Red Bulls and the New York Red Bulls 2. Find him there. Follow him on Twitter. Do what you're supposed to do. You can also follow the show, and we hope you do, at Raising Bull Cast. That's one bull, Raising Bull Cast, and of course, that's on Twitter, as I've said. You can follow us at facebook.com/raisingbulls. You can go to raisingbulls.com, where we post all of our episodes. If you've got questions for us, send them to us there. Questions@raisingbulls.com. That's questions@raisingbulls.com. And, of course, we're part of the beautiful game network at bgn.fm. You can find lots of great shows there, like the USL Show, Backchat, Tornado Alley, and so many more. Play the Kids, Mongols, our good friends Mongols. Go there. They're doing a blog now. They've got a bunch of great writers. If you want to know about USL and you need to have all that great information, go to bgn.fm, #Merced out. You can find us at iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify. Find us everywhere. Subscribe and rate and review. It really does help us, guys. Every little bit helps. And, of course, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Roughneck Scarves, the official scarf supplier for MLS, USL, and US Soccer. Get scarves for your group at roughneckscarves.com. For myself, Joe Steen, the numerous people that we talked to at the New York Red Bulls 2 game, thank you very much, and have a great night.